11:30 on a Friday morning. The sun's shining. The forecast a bit of rain. It's been horrendous the last few days, but the forecast's not too bad for 2 days. I'm going to have me a 2-day bivvy camp. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. I've actually had permission off the missus to be out for 2 days. So I parked at Hethpool. I'm going to go up to Elsdenburn, pick up the border ridge, and I'm going to walk it, hopefully to about the Schil or the refuge hut, have a camp. Tomorrow morning I'm going to drop down into the Hen Hole, replenish my water, have a mooch round, and then I'm going to pick up the other side over East Tor Hairlaw and do a big horseshoe round to the car. That's me 2 days. I haven't overpacked, but I've got 4 litres of water, which there's none up on the top obviously. I'll be able to replenish tomorrow. Probably got a litre too many to be honest, but I like me brews and what have you. Dehydrated food. Packs 15.5 kilo, which isn't bad considering what I've packed. I'll open it up later and we'll have a look. But for now, I'm just going to pick up the path. Don't really need much filming on this walk in, but there's Great Heifer and looking back towards Hethpool. We'll do the filming on the new bits that we've not done before. Here we are at Elsdenburn. Nice little stream running. That was my ultimate bivvy camp up there, wasn't it? So just going to climb up through the farm now and pick up the border ridge. I'm 1 3/4 miles in now, and if we look up there, look, there was me pitching the trees for the ultimate views, the ultimate view bivvy camp. That was a cracking camp, apart from the ticks. Let's crack on. There's another view of where we've come from, and my favourite little hill camp. It's a cracking day. The rain hasn't come yet. So this is Maiden Law up here I'm heading for. If we're looking round, Els Knoll, obviously East Tor, West Tor, Hairlaw, Great Heifer, and there's Loft Hill, a nice camp on there. But the border ridge sort of follows that little valley there, up to the Pennine Way, past that hut. But I've come a slight deviation because I wanted to check out this hill for a future camp, and we'll drop over the top of this hill and we'll pick up the border ridge. I've added a climb, but it doesn't matter, I've got all day. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Stunning. And we'll just have one last look at me little bunch of trees over there. I've got to show you these views. We're just coming up to the top of Maiden Law, which is up there, looking round to the Cheviot. There's Hairlaw and that up there. It's just amazing, isn't it? There's a nice 360 for you, get in the mood. Look at that. Here we are on the summit of Maiden Law. That's our next objective, White Law. Cold's Mouth Hill there with the cairns on, that looks like a good camp. That's just the other side of the Pennine Way and the St Cuthbert's Way, so it's literally in Scotland, that one. So we'll look round. There's Great Heifer just down here. There's Hairlaw and that. Loft Hill. Then we're looking up towards Bizzle Crag, the Hen Hole and the Cheviot. Looks dark up there. I've got some cracking weather this way. Look at these valleys. Aren't these valleys just incredible? Who said we haven't got no ridge walks in England? Look at there. There's 2 there, look at that. So I've got to drop down here now and then follow it up. That's actually the border ridge just up there. Look at them, look at those ridges there. It's blooming fabulous. God, there's so much to explore in so little time. So that was Maiden Law just over there. I know it doesn't look much, but there's a hell of a dip between the two. Now we're on top of Whitelaw, and this is the start of the. I've just joined up with the Pennine Way here. That's the Border Ridge. So that side's Scotland and that side's England. Camp, can't camp, camp, can't camp. What a load of rubbish. We want to get our act together and get it sorted. Absolutely ridiculous. It's certainly very windy. It's amazing. It's quite steep obviously, but we'll catch the other side when we come from the other side. Well, I can't say it's easy, this Border Ridge. I've come along there, I've come down that one and back up again. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's Sorty Side Hill. And Black Hags. Black Hags is up here. Black Hag Rigs is on that side. Then after Black Hags I've got the Schil. Beautiful though, beautiful. Hello over there. Fabulous. Well, I'm climbing now. I'm on the top of Black Hag. There's Scotland. Scotland to the left of the fence. Black Hag Rigs on that side. And this is Black Hag up here. Beautiful. I've certainly picked a nice day to do the Border Ridge. Using my high-tech microphone again. So I've just stopped short of Black Hag just for a brew. I've been walking for 2 3/4 hours and I've done just over 5 1/4 miles. So I'm only plodding along, taking my time. I don't want to push myself, you see. Keeping the blood pressure down. There's me cooker down there, just in this nice little hollow in these rocks. But just look at that view behind. Look at it. Fabulous. I just had to stop for a brew. Some big clouds coming in. I've only got the bivvy and a tarp. Tarp S, DD Tarp S. I've got the magic carpet and I've got my bivvy bag. That's all I've got. I'm just proving to myself you don't need a tent to do a multi-day hike. Obviously if it was pouring with rain at the start it might have been a different matter. Although I had that camp the other week in the with the bivvy and the tarp and it was pouring with rain. See how I get on. Really enjoying it. It's tougher than I thought, the Border Ridge, the way I picked, because I picked a couple of extra hills at the beginning just to weigh up some spots. So we'll catch you in a bit. So there's the Schil over there. I'm on Black Hags at the minute, 549. The actual top of it's just up there, so I'll have to go up. So there's the Schil. I'm looking round now. It's a glorious day. It really is. So I'm actually on the top of Black Hags at the minute, 549. There's the Schil. I don't see how that one there is lower than where I am, but it actually is. Beautiful, look at it. It's a fabulous day. Down to the Cheviots. Oh, a fabulous day. I've stopped for a video because I'm absolutely knackered. I just haven't got the fitness. There's the rocks on the start of the final ascent to the top of the Schil. Beautiful day. I'm literally crawling up this last bit. My legs have just lost it. I mean, I know I've done about 6.5 miles in total, but it's up and down, up and down. Well, here I am on the top of the Schil. God, it's wild. That's a nice bivvy spot if it was a bit between the rocks, look. Just not enough room to turn round. Wow, it is so windy. Let's have a look round. Let's do a 360. There's the mountain refuge hut over there. The Hen Hole. The Cheviot, Auchope Cain. It's so windy I can't stand up. Wow. Cracking day. There's a chap there. There's a chap there running down. It's the only chap I've seen all day. He's 60 and he runs half marathons and he's doing the Great North Run. It's amazing. I couldn't do it. Look at this. Absolutely incredible. I always get so excited when I'm on the hills. So I don't know what to do tonight now. It's 4 o'clock. That last climb up to the top of the Schil, it nearly killed me. It really has worn me out. I've done about 6.5 miles today, but up and down hills, and I'm just not used to it. Plus, I've got to keep my blood pressure down. So I've just stopped for a brew. I can't decide what to do. Do I stop here for the night? It's 4 o'clock. Or do I crack on past the refuge hut and go round to Auchope Cain? Because in the morning I'll be going down into the Hen Hole to get some water and have a mooch around. It's really worn me out, that has today. The blooming watch, it kept saying, have you finished your workout, have you finished your workout, coming up that last bit. I felt like twatting it. I'll say, of course I've not finished the workout, I'm blooming struggling here. And I've got the watch telling me I've finished the workout. Honestly. But I've got to keep the blood pressure down and not to strain. That's the idea. So obviously I've worked today, so the blood pressure's always under 130. I used to let it go up to 140, 150, pushing up the hills. But if you can't strain and you can't have high blood pressure, if I keep the pulse count to around 130, that should help. But I'll see the consultant in the middle of August, so I'll find out what I can and what I can't do. I can't make my mind up what to do. I'm still at the Schil. It's 4:30. I'm going to have my tea in a minute anyway. But I feel a bit of a cheat if I don't go further tonight. But to be honest, I'm blooming knackered. I'll turn it round and I'll show you what's what. So I'm on the Schil now. I've got a nice little pitch there behind them rocks. You can see the refuge hut over there. I could drop down to there and it's only a climb of about 100 metres up to that. But from there up to Auchope Cain, I don't know how you pronounce it, Auchope Cain up there, that's a 300 metre climb. And to be honest, I'm a bit tired today. There's Bladen Craig over there. I don't know what the name of that cairn is there. It might be just a cairn because it hasn't got a name on the map. That one just here. It hasn't got a name on the map. But that's the Auchope one up there. There's the refuge hut. But I mean, just look at this. It's absolutely stunning. I mean, if I spent the night here with these views, it's not a bad thing, is it? I mean, come on, look at it. Just look at this. God, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm so lucky to be up here. Look at it. Oh ho! I mean, I'm so lucky to be up here. The wind is ferocious tonight. I'm glad I've decided to stay on the Schil because I've got my plan for tomorrow. I'm going to walk to the shelter, have a coffee there in the morning. Then I'm going to walk up the hill to Auchope Cain, up there, go across to the other cairn, and then drop down into the Hen Hole, stock up on my water and that, have an explore, because there's something I want to find in the Hen Hole. Then I'm going to come back down the valley to the first fork, and then I'm going to climb up there towards Hethpool and across to Eastertor, and that'll be tomorrow's camp. But tomorrow morning it's the shelter and the cairn and then the Hen Hole. That'll take me till about lunchtime because I'm going to have a good mooch around. The wind is ridiculous. I'm feeling rested now as well, so this is a great pitch because I've got the views. Excuse me. I'll set my tarp up in a bit. Then I can lie there and look at the views. But look at the light. The light's amazing, it just keeps changing. It's fabulous. Right, what do I bring for a 2-night bivvy? Let's start over here. You've got cook bag. That's got the stove, cooker, the stove, the cup, spoons, lighters, things like that, coffee and milk. Bag of food. That's the bag of different coffees, tea bags and what have you. Gloves, Alp kit hunker bivvy, X-Ped mat, snozzle pump bag, high gear pillow, Rab 400 sleeping bag. Now in there's a spare pair of pants and socks, and it's my thermals for the night. DD Superlight tarp and bag of guy lines. DD Magic carpet, that was just in case. If it was really bad weather, I could put a ridge line across and have sort of two sides to me tarp. Bag of pegs, midge net, first aid kit, toothpaste and that. Microfiber towel, waterproof cover for the rucksack. Small power bank. It might not be enough if I run out of battery tomorrow night, so be it. Trowel for the business. Spare gas canister and my cup. I've got my water filter, it's the Sawyer squeeze. I'll be using that down in the Hen Hole tomorrow. And then I've just got my 2 platypus 1 litre water bottles, and then I've got a 2 litre hydration pouch in the Exos rucksack, and that's got the waterproof liner as well. Spare sit mat, weighs nothing, and the map, and that's it. That's obviously this big one as well, this big mat, but 15 kilos with the 4 kilos with the 4 litres of water, so you can't grumble. I'm fully prepared for anything the weather will throw at me. So that's what I bring. There's the bivvy all set up. Rucksack and all my bits and pieces. Mat to stand on. Rubbish bag. X-Ped mat underneath the bivvy tonight for a change, because I've got the pad. Rab 400 bag and my pillow. And there's my brew stuff. Perfect pitch, sheltered out of the wind. I'll bring you round. You can do anything with a tarp. A couple of guy lines at the back to keep it tight. I mean, look how secure and tight that is. What a pitch. And look at the view I've got. That's me view out the bivvy. Let's get down to where I'm going to lie. There's the bivvy. Ooh. And there's me view. Hey, look at that. I mean, what a view from the bivvy. I've got the North Sea over there. I've just leaned forward a bit, I can see plenty of hills. I can see Scotland. Well, I'm in Scotland. Fabulous. Just having a brew, waiting to see if I can see the sun go down. The light's amazing over there against all the hills and that. If the clouds would move, we might get a sunset in a bit. Everything's like in a silhouette in the distance. Dark over on the other side. I'm just lying here now. There's no sunset, it's too cloudy. I've just had another brew. I've got my bits and pieces there. I've got my thermals on ready. I'll take my down jacket off when I go to bed because I'm warm enough. So I'm just lying on top. I've got the bivvy bag on top of the mat tonight. There's more room to move inside the bivvy then, because with the long and wide mat it's sometimes tight, but it all depends on the pitch. Because this is nice and flat, I'm not going to roll off the mat, so I can put the bivvy on top. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to go to have a coffee and my porridge here when I wake up. Then I'll go up to the refuge hut, have a look in there, might have a coffee up there, sit on the bench, sit on the porch, take the views in. Then it's up to Auchope Cain. I don't know how you pronounce that one. Auchope Cain. And then once I've seen that, I'll go down into the Hen Hole, stock up on my water, have a mooch round. I want to find some bivvy spots down there. And then it's walking back out up past Mount Hooley. Then I'm going to take the hill on the right hand side and go up over Hale to Easter Tor. And then that'll be me tomorrow night's camp. So I'm really looking forward to it. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night. It's too dark for a sunset, too cloudy for a sunset tonight, but it looks pretty nice over there, just the same. Hello there. Had a good night's sleep. It's 7:15. I've woke up to the rain. It was coming, it was coming from these rocks, so my head end was getting a bit damp. So I've sat up and put my coat on. But I'm just having me coffee and my porridge. Just having me coffee and my porridge, and then we'll get packed up and we'll start today's plan. I'll walk over the refuge first. There's a lot of misty rain coming in from my left. So on reflection I should have set up the tarp with a side shelter here, because that's where the rain's been coming in this way. But I'm not wet, I'm dry. The only part that's wet is just 6 inches of the mat. But I've already started to deflate that now and pack up. So all in all, a very good camp. The tarp has proved its worth even in the heavy rain. No condensation this morning. Bone dry. Obviously the back of it's wet now because of the rain. Sleeping bag's dry, bivvy. Excellent camp. Right, I'll just have my breakfast. There we go. Leave no trace as always. Just a bit of flat grass. It's a cracking pitch. The mistake I made, I should have enclosed this siding because the rain was coming in this way in the night, but I only got a slight bit damp at the head end, not a bother. Let's have a look at the weather. Sun's trying to come up, look. Well, it's up, I'm trying to come out, between the clouds. So windy and cold. The gloves are going on. Stand on the top of it, I'm not going to climb up to the top. It's going to be windy where I'm heading up there, that's for sure.